Good morning, everyone. I would be presenting a case of pheochromocytoma. We had a 30-year-old male who presented with a sudden onset of headache while working. This was associated with blurring of vision in the left eye. This episode was 2 years back. He was taken to a eye hospital elsewhere, and he was on evaluation. He was found to have a systolic BP of more than 190 mmHg, and incidentally he was diagnosed to have diabetes mellitus. On fundus examination, he was found to, he showed hypertensive retinopathy changes. So he was managed conservatively, and he was asked to take oral hypoglycemic agents and antihypertensive, that is Metalor XL, for 18 months. Despite this, his blood sugar and his blood pressure were poorly controlled. He was later referred to our endocrinology department in SGPGI, and on evaluation, he was found to have right adrenal mass. On retrospective history taking, patient was having recurrent episodes of paroxysms, that is headache, palpitation, and sweating. Each episode lasts for 20 minutes, and this paroxysms occurs every 15 to 20 days. Patient also gives history of erectile dysfunction and constipation for the last 2 years. So no history of renal stones or fractures following a trivial trauma, no history of any psychiatric disturbances, no history of weight gain or abdominal striae, no history of proximal muscle weakness or periodic paralysis, no history of chest pain, dyspnea on exertion, or paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea. Past history, he was on medication for diabetes and hypertension for the last 2 years. Family history, no history of hypertension or sudden death in the family members, no history of any neck swelling, or no history of renal stones in the family members. On examination, his pulse rate was 82 per minute. His blood pressure in supine was 150 by 90 mmHg, and on standing, it was 140 by 90 mmHg. General examination, no Cushingoid feature or cephaloid spots or Marfanoid features. On neck examination, no thyromegaly. Systemic examination was normal, and on abdomen examination, no lump palpable, and there was a previous appendectomy scar present. On fundus examination, no evidence of hypertensive retinopathy or diabetic retinopathy. He was further investigated. Routine investigations were essentially within normal limits. His 24-hour urinary normetanephrines were elevated. It was more than 6,000. Normetanephrines were 391. He was also evaluated for a MEN workup. Serum calcitonin was normal, and aldo-PRA ratio was also normal. He was found to have subclinical hypothyroidism. His TSH was 7.52 and FT4 was 17 picomoles per liter. And for his erectile dysfunction and this thing, he was also evaluated. Testosterone was done. It was normal. On imaging, CECT abdomen was done. It showed a well-defined soft tissue lesion measuring 4 into 3.6 into 4.5 centimeter in the arising from the right adrenal, involving the adrenal stem. Post-contrast study shows arterial hyperenhancement and washout in portal venous and delayed phase, absolute washout of 53% and relative washout of 26%. So he was diagnosed to have right adrenal pheochromocytoma, and he was optimized before surgery. He was shifted from oral hypoglycemic drugs, and insulin was started. He was placed on alpha blockade. He was started on prazosin 1 mg at night, and it was gradually increased up to 16 mg per day over 4 weeks. And he was also placed on Nicardia retard, nicardipine, that calcium channel blocker, 10 mg thrice daily. And for volume expansion, he was also advised to take 4 liters of water per day and 15 grams of salt per day. So he was planned for right transperitoneal laparoscopic adrenalectomy. Anesthesia management during he was intubated with precautions. We have also took precautions placed a central venous line, and for measuring blood pressure, intra-arterial line was also placed. To prevent deep vein thrombosis, we also put elastic compression stockings. Drugs used for induction were Fentanyl, Propofol, and Vecuronium, and for maintenance, sevoflurane was used. According to intraop BP, there are three situations where the intraoperative BP can shoot up. That is, one is during the time of induction, second is during the time of carboperitoneum, and third is during the dissection and handling of tumor. Whenever there was raise in BP, he was put on propofol infusion, sodium nitroprusside, or NTG. So after ligation of adrenal vein, there could be fall in BP. So at that time, he was placed on noradrenaline double strength infusion. So operative procedure, this is the port placement for right adrenalectomy. Three 10 mm ports and one 5 mm port were placed, and that is depicted in the diagram. Pneumoperitoneum was created by open technique, and the pressure was maintained at 12 mm Hg. Operative findings, there was no ascites, no lymph nodes, or no liver metastasis. About 4 into 4 centimeter globular mass arising from the right suprarenal region was seen with maintained fat planes with the kidney, and peritotumoral adhesions were present with increased surface vascularity and dilated tortuous veins. So adrenal tumor had a single adrenal vein draining into right renal vein. So operative procedure, after carboperitoneum, the peritoneum covering the anterior surface of the tumor were incised, and the peritotumoral dissection was done from all the sides. Adrenal mass was mobilized, adrenal vein was clipped and cut. So part of a medial limb of adrenal gland was found normal, and it was left in situ. So intraoperatively, his maximum blood pressure was 198 by 110 mmHg, and minimum BP was 70 by 40 mmHg. So this is the specimen. Gross, it measures 3.8 into 3.8 into 3 centimeter. That is the adrenal, and the attached fibrofatty tissue measured 3 into 1 centimeter, and the specimen weighed approximately 25 grams. And the cut surface, the outer surface was encapsulated. Cut surface showed growth with areas of hemorrhage completely replacing the normal adrenal gland. Post-operatively, overnight, patient was kept in post-operative ICU, and he was shifted back to our ward on post-op day 1. He was given IV fluids till post-op day 1. Clear fluids was started gradually from post-op day 1, and semi-solids were allowed on the second post-operative day. And patient was subsequently discharged on post-operative day 4. And post-surgery, he was blood pressure and blood sugars were monitored. His blood pressure recordings were on a higher limit of normal side, and patient did not have any episodes of hypoglycemia in the post-operative time. So histopathology, the microscopic, the section showed a tumor arranged in nest and trabeculae separated by thin fibrovascular septa as well as thick fibrous bands. Tumor cells showed mildly anisomorphic vesicular nuclei, occasional nucleoli, and moderate amount of granular eosinophilic cytoplasm. There was no evidence of capsular, vascular invasion or necrosis, and occasional mitotic figures were found. And adrenal adjacent compressed adrenal within the capsule is also seen. And they concluded it to be a pheochromocytoma with a PAS score of 1. And immunohistochemistry showed a strong positivity for chromogranin and synaptophysin, further emphasizing the neuroendocrine origin of these tumors. Follow-up, patient was again admitted after 2 weeks for 24-hour urinary metanephrine and normetanephrine to rule out any residual disease. And samples were also taken for VHL gene testing. And in post-operative period, patient is blood pressure recordings are within normal limits. Thank you.